Okay, so here's our video explanation for week 1 quiz. All right, so going ahead with for problem number 1. So here we are asked to rank the average mass of the blocks in each stack from greatest to least. Ties should be ranked in alphabetical order as always. So to average them, I'm going to go ahead and add up the mass in each stack and then divide by 3. Now, if there's some confusion in general about what this whole M means, keep in mind it's just 5, the 5M is 5 times more massive than the M box, and the M box is 3 times less massive than the 3M box. So if you just pretend that M is a 1 and the masses are 5 kilograms, 1 kilogram, 3 kilogram, it's the exact same thing. So don't get too hung up on that. So we got 5 plus 1 plus 3 gives you 9, and then 9 divided by 3 means this stack has a mass of 3, average mass of 3, I should say. I mean, you can either do the actual mass, which is 3 plus 3 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, or if they have the exact same mass, their average has to be exactly the same. Here we have 4m divided by 2 is 2. 5 plus 3 plus m. Hey, look, it's the exact same as this stack over here. So regard the stack A, so it's also going to be the same mass, or you could do the math. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9, divided by 3 is 3. And then C and E are the same stack, just flipped in order, and it is also going to be 2. So your answer here would be A, B, D, C, E. So A, B, and D are tied, C and E are tied, so we rank these in alphabetical order. All right, problem 2. Let me clear that real quick. Problem 2, we got different pictures here, and it says rank the total number of blocks in each stack. I went over this in class as an example, but just count up the blocks. There's 3 blocks there, 3 blocks there, 2 blocks there, 3 blocks there, 2 blocks there. So this is going to be A, B, D, C, E. So actually the exact same answers we had the last one, purely by coincidence. All right. Question 3. Rank the total mass of each stack. So again, we're just adding it up. So like we have, 6 plus 2 plus 4. So 6 plus 4 is going to be 10 plus 2. This stack is 12. 2, 2, 2 gives us 6. 5 plus 1 gives us 6. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and 5 plus 3 is 8. So in this case, our largest is A, then 9 for stack D comes in second, 8 with stack E, and then B and C are tied, so I'm going to write those in order, B, comma, C. All right, question 4. We got same picture, average mass of each block, so it's going to be the same thing. So we said before this stack was 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. This stack is 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. This stack is 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. This stack is 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. And this stack is 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. So in this case, A and E are tied for the top with 4. Then we have C and D tied for 3. And again, you would do those in alphabetical order. And then B picks up the rear with 2. All right, moving on past these to question 5, and now we are into the graphing questions. Rank the magnitudes or sizes of the slopes of the line at the labeled points from greatest to least. High should be in alphabetical order. So what we have here is a straight line. The defining characteristic of a straight line is it has a constant slope. And if you remember correctly, the equation for a straight line is y equals mx plus b. Okay, so in this case, m is the slope and m is a constant number. So if all of these are on the same straight line, all of these have to have exactly the same slope because the slope is constant throughout. So your answer here would be A, B, C, D because they are all tied. So it would be in alphabetical order. Moving along to question 6. Rank the slopes from greatest to least. Ties should be ranked in alphabetical order. So there are two ways to approach this. You can approach this just visually. Like C and D are obviously parallel, so they're going to be the same. So C, D have to be in order. A is flat, so it has a slope of 0. So it's obviously going to be last. E and B are definitely less steep than C and D, and they also look parallel. So the order is probably going to be C, D, B, E, and then A taking up the rear. The other way to approach this problem is from a mathematical point of view. So remember, slope is rise over run, or the formal notation for that is your change in your y position divided by your change in your x position. Don't forget this symbol here is a Greek letter delta, technically a capital delta if you care. So change in y over change in x. If you want to write this even more formally, it would be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's start from the top. A goes up 0 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that it matters because 0 divided by anything is a 0. So A is a slope of 0. For B, we go from here to here. So we go up 2. And then we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 divided by 8 is going to give you 1/4. So B is a quarter. C goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes up 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 3 divided by 6, which is half. D goes up, so, little dotted line out here. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So up 4 over 8 gives you half. It is in fact parallel to C and therefore has the exact same slope. Finishing up for E, it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes up 1. So that gives you 1/4, which does not simplify down to anything else. So E is 1/4. So like I said, you've got C and D at half, B and E with 1/4, which is less, and then 0. So this one should be CD, B, E, and then A at 0. All right, finishing this up, we have question 7. And we're going to do the exact same thing here. So the logic here is exactly the same as question 6. We're going to do the whole slope. If you're just coming in for 7 and you forget how to do slope, go ahead and jump back up to question 6 in this video, and that will explain how the slope is calculated. So let's see, A goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes over 1, 2. So A is -6 over 2, which is -3. Now we're not going to care about that negative, but we'll deal with that in a second. Notice I'm skipping C, and the reason is just like in question 5, how they were all on the same line, B and C are on the same line as well. So B must equal C because they're on the same line, and linear lines must have a constant slope. So B and C have to have the same slope. All right, so for this entire line segment, I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4. And I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for B, it's 5 over 4, which is going to be 1 1/4, I believe. So about 1.25. And then finally D, we're going over 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 6 over 1 is going to be 6. Now again, it says rank the magnitudes or the sizes, which myself and Mr. Bartolomeo explained in class, means this negative here, we don't care. We're only looking at the numbers. Okay, if it helps, you can think of having a positive written in front of the 6. We don't care if it's a negative, we don't care if it's a positive. We only care about the numbers. So this one's going to be D A, B, C. If you have questions, please come to our office hours. More than happy to go over it with you. We'll be doing a video like this every single week for every single quiz, as well as homework assignments. So please make sure you watch these, make use of them in the future. Have a good one.